And as for the Igbos there shouting Lagos is a no man's land, if we are being realistic, that phrase didn't start today, and it wasn't started by Igbo people. I think it was started by white men who came to Lagos in the past. In as much as that phrase has always existed and we are in one Nigeria and we are all Nigerians, I've always looked at Lagos as a land of Yorubas and Benins. So it's between the two tribes. The truth is, there are so many Igbos living in different parts of the country doing businesses. They love the places they are staying in so much, and it's understandable. There's nothing wrong with it. It is absolutely fine. Nobody is going to drive. Nobody even has the right to drive you from there as a Nigerian. But at the end of the day, we have our own hometown. And I'm not saying Igbo shouldn't live outside Igbo land. What I'm simply saying is the same energy we put in other people's lands is the same energy we should put back home. If we are going to be developing other people's land, we are supposed to be developing ours at the same time. If we are going to be investing in other people's land, we are supposed to be investing in our own lands as well. If we are going to be bothered about the governors of other states that we live in, we are supposed to be bothered about our own states. Because the truth is, most of the governors we've had consistently are terrible governors. That's just the gospel truth. Take a look at Aba. Aba is a productive hub, but yet see where Aba is. Aba, it seems as if Aba is going backwards every single day. We need to put eyes back home. That's the truth. Because if you don't want to accept that you have a hometown, other tribes will always remind you that you have a hometown. It's not something you can escape. Besides, if everybody knows that the East is doing very well, it will reduce the level of insults we get on a daily basis. It will drastically reduce, because everybody knows that your own hometown is doing very well. It's not like they are pursuing you back home. You are simply living in another man's land because, well, that's where you want to live and it's where you have gotten used to. And before some of you will come and be saying, who told you Igbos don't invest back home? I never said Igbos don't invest back home. I know that there are lots of Igbos who invest back home. I'm simply talking to those that don't care, and it's not even a must to invest. If you don't want to invest, at least care about your state governors. At least put in an effort to actually show interest, because at the end of the day, this is part of the things that will always bring insult to us. We can't be caring about other people's lands and we don't care about our own origin. No, it doesn't make sense.
Igbos have been denied so many things. See, you see, life is all about, if you have two kids and you begin to treat the other one better than the other, naturally the other child will start feeling somehow. Igbos are feeling as if they are not part of this country. See, not because we are talking about creating of a new state. I tell my brother from the other side is talking about Anioma. See, it can not only be when there is time to talk about this kind of thing, they will agree they are Igbo people. What we are talking about as of today is geopolitical zone. There is nothing like Anioma. Anioma is in the south as of today. We are talking about southeast. Now, if we are talking about southeast, any state you are talking about should come from the southeast. It's no issue of talking about Anioma. If we are talking about, oh, Igbos are going on their own, because there are Igbos in rivers. Part of Ikwere is Igbos. So if Igbos are in Sabah, in a Delta state, no, there's not issue. But what we are talking about is issue of region. Now, for now, Anioma, the Asaba and Anioma is in south. So let them shift a little. Let us talk about southeast, the zone that we are talking about. Let us balance the southeast. Let us feel. We cannot be talking about viability. You are taking what is from our own side to go and take care of the other people, and you are talking about viability. Give us what is due for us. When we get it, then we talk about viability. For now, we are not talking about viability. We are talking about equality. Equalize the zones. Let them be equal. Let us feel that, yes, we are part of Nigeria. That what other people are getting, that we can get it. Because even look at, you are talking about Bayelsa. How about Ekiti? If you look at the confab resolution, out of this 11 local government we are talking about, we are going to get almost 18 to 20 local government in that new 80 state. So let nobody come and distract us in the name of we are Igbos in Delta state, we are Igbos in River state. It's not what we are talking about. Give the Southeast what is due for them. Balance Southeast at least 666. So we are not even talking about 7. So when we now talk about 7 to get to other people, then we cannot call our brothers who are in Anioma if they are ready. Because when during presidential elections, they will now be South. During after election, they will now be Igbo'S. Let us be sincere in this country.
All right, Mr. Oga. Mr. Oga, just my apologies. Let me go to Mr. Ogana. Mr. Ogana, it appears your brother is denying you. Maybe you have to respond.
Can you let me respond to it, please?
Yes, that's what I want you to do. Respond.
The Igbo nation is now at a crossroad. The Ohanese agenda is being questioned. I'll tell you why and how. If Ohanese consists of Anambra, Abia, Ebonyi.
Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing great today. Okay, so this is a follow-up video to my last video in which I was encouraging my people literally to just get ready to go home and build our land. Igbo land is calling all of us, okay? That's the video entitled Ndibo Kunien Nora. Now, in that video, I spoke very passionately about my desire to see Igbo children learn Igbo language in diaspora. Diaspora means anywhere outside of Igbo land. It's not just overseas, even in Lagos, in Kaduna, in Abuja, everywhere. And I have been thinking about this for so long, and I'm so happy that I finally have the opportunity to make a move on this. And I'm so pleasantly, I won't say pleasantly surprised, but I would say I am so pleased. I think that's the right word. I am so pleased and so excited that so many people, so many of our people from all over the world reached out to me after watching that video. And they all began to offer their services. They all want to get involved. They want to know if we have set up an organization to this effect. They want to be a part of it. Even people who don't teach Igbo. They're all asking me, what can I do, Joseph? How do we get involved? And this is what I know about the spirit of a typical Igbo man or woman. Our people are offering to get involved. But let me tell you today, those of you who are going to be teaching, you are not just going to get involved on a charity basis. You are going to get paid for that. We want a situation where all of you who are going to come in to teach Igbo to our children overseas, you guys are going to be so rich that other people will look at you and say, my goodness, I want to be an Igbo teacher. You are going to have a good package. This is what I'm working on. And that's why I have come up with this video to let you know that we're taking this to the next level. I have a phone number I'm going to share with you guys right now. And when you pick that phone number, you call the person on the other side of the phone and you let them know, this is my name. This is who I am. I want to be one of the teachers. If you want to support in any way, you can go ahead and call, but I am basically giving this number to potential Igbo teachers, no matter where you are in the world. We have a massive plan. I'm not joking. When I put my hand on anything, I don't take it back until I achieve what I want to achieve. I have decided that despite all the things I have going on in my life, I am going to make sure that we achieve this one. Our children in Lagos, in Abuja, anywhere, in the US, in the UK, in Europe, in Japan, in Asia, they are going to learn Igbo. We're going to fly our Igbo teachers around the whole world to teach our children. The Renaissance has begun. We don't have to wait for it to begin. It has begun already. I told you that the stars are now aligned perfectly in our favor in Igbo land. And I'm so happy that many people saw it even before I made that video. They're already confirming it with me. So now we're going to have to get ready to go rebuild our homeland. And we do this in every way, shape, or form. Not just to go and put structures in Igbo land. We're also going to rebuild our broken language. That they are predicting that it's going to fade away. It's not going to fade away. Not in our lifetime. Not even after our lifetime. Igbo language will never fade. And that's why we are on this mission. So when you call that number or you text that number, tell the person who you are. Let the person know you are an Igbo teacher and you want to be a part of this movement, and provide your details. We will make sure we'll stay in touch with you. And when we launch the program, you know that the journey has begun for you. So here's the number. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to write it on the screen, but I'm just going to call it out for you guys. So I'm going to call it out like 2 or 3 times so you can take it down and you can reach out to that person right now. That's our contact in Nigeria. The number is +234 808 957 6165. I'll take it again. +234 808 957 6165. I think I want to do a third one. +234 808 957 and 6165. That's the number that you need to call. We are raising Igbo teachers from all over the world. You have no idea how many have reached out to me already by email, and a lot of people actually have been wanting to get in touch. Now you have the opportunity. I know a lot of people prefer to do phone conversation or phone interactions rather than all these emails and stuff. So now you have this number. It's easier. Text message, WhatsApp message, direct phone calls. Go ahead and do it. And we will collect the data and then I will place it. I don't want to divulge all the plans that I have for this, but once we are done, we're going to make a public announcement that will reach all over the world, and Igbo families will begin to access and take advantage of the services that you are going to be providing. And I'm telling you, let me repeat it again, you guys are not going to do this on charity. You are going to get beautifully paid, and you will be so happy that you made the decision to do this. This is doing your father's work, your father's service, and still getting paid handsomely or beautifully for it. Isn't that amazing? I am so grateful that I am an Igbo man. And in 1,000 lifetimes, I will come back as an Igbo man. And I don't denigrate any other tribe. We are all brothers. African Renaissance is my #1 passion. But you see, they say charity begins at home. If your own charity does not begin from home, it is questionable. And this is why I have decided that whatever I do today is going to be geared towards helping my homeland to regain its lost glory. Let's go back home. I repeat, let's go back home. Our time has come. This is why things are falling apart in so many places. But in our homeland, forget what you see in the media, in our homeland, historic breakthroughs are breaking out everywhere you turn in Igbo land. And sadly, the guys who never wanted us to be okay are parading themselves all over the place, spreading false rumors. Let me tell you one truth before I end this video, okay? Because I don't want to bore you. I only called just to give us this number. But let me tell you one truth of something that has been scaring people away from our land, and it was properly arranged to achieve just that. To achieve an aim that will scare people away from going home. And that is all these terrorist activities, all these killings and kidnappings. If I tell you how these things were orchestrated and why they were orchestrated, you will understand that the plan is to kick you away from your home so that the people who are after us will drive in and take over our land. But now that you know, it will never happen. That's why they say knowledge is power. That's why even the Bible says you shall know the truth, and the truth you know will set you free. There is no way they will take over our land again. They couldn't do it before, even when they killed millions of our comrades. And it is not now that they will do it. Yakanji wesi unu Igbo unu esokwa na ha mejakpa na ọnụ na ani ndị nke nọ na mba ofesi na taba na ụnọ because na oge elugo, time has come. Every opportunity I have, as long as I still have breath, I will remind you that the time we go home en masse and begin to set up industries, factories, and begin to employ these youths that are jobless, you will see that it will be difficult to hear of crime anywhere in Igbo land. That's how you end the disaster that the enemies of our land are trying to impose on us. We shake it off and say enough is enough. The time of our rising is not about to come. It has come already. God bless you. Chukwu gozege.